Hello guys, this is Siddiq from Toronto, Ontario. Now we are going to start a new series which we have named as Basics of Express Entry Program. So under this series, we will try to cover all the little tidbits and bits which you need to consider if you want to come to Canada as a Express Entry Program applicant. Okay, now first thing first. So why should you prefer to come to Canada? Okay, that means, what do you mean by that? So many people will ask you to go for Ils first or go for ECA first, or to collect the money, to have the money in your bank account first. But personally, me, I found actually Ils, ECA or proof of fund, those are not the first requirement. I prefer the first requirement should be having a right mindset, right? Because if you don't have the right mindset, probably you will have hard time to gain all of those means to have the proper IELTS score, to have the enough money to have the ECA done, and there are so many other struggles, right? So then I will request, please have your proper mindset why you need to come to Canada or why you want to come to Canada. So I can tell you probably the videos which is under the category of life in Canada in your channel. Those can be some little help to think about Canada. Plus, I will request you to go through the Google, YouTube, or different websites to find the reasons. However, I'm listing here some reasons which may give you some think about coming to Canada. Okay, now going forward, what are the ways to come to Canada? So that can be as an immigrant, can be student, can be visitor, can be a worker, right? So particularly in this video series, we will be talking about Express Entry Program. That means we are assuming you are interested to come to Canada as an immigrant, and to be more specific, as a skilled immigrant. Okay, so if our assumption is correct, so let's go ahead and see what are the factors that we need to consider if you want to come to Canada as an Express Entry Program applicant. Now, you need to know, to be qualified as a successful Express Entry applicant, there are two different streams. So number one is 100-point grids, which is the older version of the Express Entry, I mean the FSW grid. So you need to get at least 67 points out of 100. So I'm giving you the table here just to show you what are the segments from where the 100 points are coming. Okay, now I will be discussing all of these points in details in the upcoming videos, not in this video, because this is a short and summarized video of the entire Express Entry program. So you can just see the segments, the table. Then there is another table, another point grid which I already mentioned, which is 1200 grid or the CRS point grid. So there, again, almost the same segments as you can see in the 100 points, but the points are distributed in a little bit complex method than the previous version. So I'm just giving you the table here, but as I mentioned earlier, I'll be discussing the entire table in next other videos. So now let's come to, there are 4 key factors what you should be considering before you can create Express Entry profile. So what are those? You need to get your ECA done. So what is the ECA? Education Credential Assessment. So what is the purpose of ECA then? For example, you are studying in Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, or any other country from any other subcontinent or continent. Now, how Canadian government will assess that? Like, you are claiming you are a bachelor degree completed guy, or you have completed your master's or PhD, but does that carry the same equivalency as in Canada? So for that, you need to send your transcript, certificates all to the ECA authorized entities. So from then, Canada governments come to know, okay, you completed 4 years bachelor or 3 years bachelor or master's, PhD, whatever it is. So that is the purpose of getting your ECA done. So you need to get your ECA done. And just to let you know, that ECA gets 5 years validity. So you need to get your entire process done within these 5 years of period. Then you need to select your NOC, National Occupation Code. So you may come from a different background, even you may have different careers within your entire experience period, right? So you need to claim the right NOC. So which should be your job? Let's say, considering your educational background and your job expertise, you should claim one NOC. There cannot be multiple NOCs, okay? Because you will be claiming points under one single NOC only. So you should claim that NOC, then you should know what are the job requirement, and again I'll be discussing the entire job requirement and the NOC selection process in a different video. And then comes your IELTS requirement. So just to let you know, the minimum requirement of IELTS is 6.0 in each module, which means CLB 7. Okay, so that's the minimum. Now what's the maximum? No one knows, because for you that can be something, for me or somebody else that can be something else. So it all depends. Remember about the 100 points I told you, you need to carry at least 67 points. So now you need to calculate in that segments, in that table, what should be your minimum. Let's say for someone CLB 7 is good, for someone maybe it needs CLB 9. So you need to find out from that table what is your required IELTS. But again, I will be discussing everything in details in my upcoming videos. So last not but the least, the proof of fund. So I'm sharing the table here. So based on your number of family members, this is the minimum requirement of the money that you need to show in your bank account. Okay, so if you're single, it has to be 12,699. Then going forward, you can see the whole table. And what is meant by the family members, just to let you know, if you are single, it's single, done. But if you're married, then it's you and your spouse. Then whatever, if you have some kids, then the number of kids. So parents, siblings, or any other is not included in the number of family members. It's only you, your spouse if you're married, and your kids if you have. It's done. Now the important point should be noted here. As you can see in the diagram I already mentioned, please check before apply, because this table gets changed. I'm not saying every now and then, but at least once or twice in a year. Okay, so please check before you apply, and to be in the safer side, please keep some buffer amount of the money. So I would say whatever is your amount, please keep at least 500 to 1,000 more Canadian dollar in your bank account. That should give you enough safety line. Okay, so that's it in short. Now I'm giving you a list so that you understand what do I mean by the video series. So I'm giving you a list so you can expect these videos should come in sequence. Most likely, sometimes we may differ the sequence, but most likely all this video will be there. If not more, at least this video will be there. Okay, so stay tuned, my friends, and wish you good luck from every corner of my heart. And if you like your videos, please keep watching, keep sharing, keep subscribing, and please come back to us if you need to know something more, or if you have some good suggestion for us. And definitely we are happy to serve you. Okay, bye bye.